The New England Patriots lost Super Bowl 52, 41-33 to the Philadelphia Eagles in heartbreaking fashion. Now, as far as the blame goes for the Super Bowl, some people were blaming it on Bill Belichick, some people were blaming it on Matt Patricia, the defensive coordinator, some were blaming it on the defense in general, but Tom Brady doesn't deserve any of the blame. And I've seen that on Twitter that Tom Brady deserves the blame for the Super Bowl loss. He doesn't. He still managed to throw over 500 yards. As you can see in the draft behind, losing the Super Bowl, they have pick number 31 in the NFL draft. And they could benefit from quite a few of these pieces on the draft board. Now I'm going to get to this bottom one at the end. But let's talk about cornerback, defensive end. Now, those two on the defensive side, those two were the biggest downfalls of the season. We knew this season if the Patriots were going to have any downfalls, it'd be the defense, considering their defense allowed over 40 points in week one, and their season ended by allowing over 40 points in the Super Bowl. Patriots defense looked inconsistent. Throughout about maybe the first 4 or 5 weeks of the year, it was just a completely bottom tier defense. Then it got toward a middle tier defense, and then it kind of went back down to the bottom. But as far as things are concerned with the defense, the cornerback I think is the most important one. Considering their Super Bowl hero against the Seahawks, Malcolm Butler, is officially a free agent. There's no way he's coming back. And as soon as it was announced that he wasn't going to be starting, well, as soon as we knew that he wasn't starting, it was kind of an indication that he would not be back on the Patriots next year. Because as soon as you make a mistake in New England, you're pretty much out of there altogether. It's happened several times before, especially with Jonas Gray after a 4-touchdown performance. We never heard from him ever again. Because the Patriots are a lot like Alabama. The Patriots are the NFL's version of Alabama. Alabama is the college football's version of the Patriots. Both of them are run like military organizations. It's one team, one goal. It's commitment, dedication, and passion. And the dedication part is 6 a.m. practice, be here by 6 a.m. or you're out. And Malcolm Butler, he kind of broke that rule a little bit because he was reported that he was in possession of drugs or something like that, and he was out past curfew. And since he broke a team rule for the Patriots, that's almost an indication that you're not coming back on the team. You're not playing another snap for the Patriots as soon as you mess up. And that's what Malcolm Butler did. So right then and there, we knew that Malcolm Butler was going to be a free agent. And honestly, Malcolm Butler really has his choice where he wants to go. Because I know he's going to be paged by several teams throughout this offseason and free agency process. So that would be their biggest need, considering Eric Rowe was constantly burned by the Eagles receivers in the Super Bowl. And defensive end, they need to find a run stopper. Considering they had a difficult time stopping the run several times this season, they were inconsistent in run defense. And a left tackle, considering Nate Solder is also an impending free agent, that's something they will address, or at least I think they should address. Not that I don't know if they're necessarily going to address it, but they need to. And finally, let's get to the one at the bottom that I'm going to talk about right here, a quarterback. Now, Tom Brady says he wants to play till he's 45. Well, what if he can't? What if he suffers a season-ending injury next year? Not that I'm saying it's going to happen or it's not going to happen, but it's just the what if. And they already traded Jimmy Garoppolo to the 49ers at the trade deadline. So now their backup quarterback for the Patriots is Brian Hoyer. What I think the Patriots are going to do, either they're going to draft a quarterback in the second round or even the third round, or they're going to sign Teddy Bridgewater as the backup quarterback. That's my hypothesis. So the process for the quarterback, finding a success for Tom Brady, because really I think Tom Brady might be down to maybe 2 or 3 seasons left. Although Tom Brady did make a statement saying he wants to win 7, and then he'll hang it up. But I think the end of the Tom Brady era is coming close to what we are anticipating. So it's time to take a look at the heir to the Patriots throne at the quarterback position. And speaking of heir to the throne, we're going to talk about that again in about 30 seconds. But whoever they draft at quarterback or whoever they sign it as a backup to Tom Brady is more than likely going to be the heir to the throne as the Patriots quarterback. And a wise man told me just last night that you never follow a legend because the expectations are just so high. So whoever the Patriots, whether they sign in for agency, whether it's someone like Teddy Bridgewater or AJ McCarron, or who they draft, whether it's in the second or third round, whoever that quarterback's going to be that follows Tom Brady, the expectations are going to be so high because they know what Patriots are capable of, how they win games on a consistent basis. And Bill Belichick, the end of Bill Belichick's coaching career for the Patriots might be over faster than we think as well. That was an indication to me, considering Josh McDaniels bailed out on the Colts just days after the Super Bowl. And we were expecting him to sign. We knew for weeks that Josh McDaniels would be named the head coach just days after the Super Bowl, and then he bailed out on them. So somebody had to have told him something in that front office saying that Bill Belichick probably has either 1 or 2 more seasons left. So just hang in there, and you're the heir to the throne. That's what I was originally anticipating. And that's what I still anticipate. I'm anticipating Bill Belichick is going to coach maybe 1 or 2 more seasons, and then Josh McDaniels takes over. Just like what I think for Tom Brady. Either he'll play for 1 or 2 more seasons, maybe even 3, and then whoever is that quarterback in line, he'll be the heir to that Patriots throne. So that's what I anticipate, what I will always be anticipating until that we see or we hear something different. And that should be the expectation. So as far as the Patriots are concerned, the dynasty is not necessarily over. It could be the end of the dominance, and it might be ending faster than what we know. But one thing's for sure, I think the Patriots will be just fine because Tom Brady is going to play next year. Although, I will add really quickly, a tight end, because Rob Gronkowski said that he was going to consider retirement or whether or not to play moving forward. So maybe a tight end could come into play. Maybe Dallas Goedert of South Dakota State. He could come into play if Gronkowski actually decides to retire. Considering that Rob Gronkowski, everything he's gone through in the NFL, with all the big hits and all the injuries, all the back surgeries, well, all the surgeries in general. So look out for Dallas Goedert for the Patriots if Rob Gronkowski actually announces his retirement at some point in this offseason. That was something I wanted to add really quickly, so I feel like that was important to know.